Welcome back to the
Oh
chat.
my goodness.
What?
Are you seeing this? They released a new World Cup logo and it is terrible.
It's not terrible.
Trash. Basura.
I see why you might say that. But
And look. Look what they could have had. Look at it. This is what could be representing the World Cup in 2026. But no, we got a daggum bold 26 with the...
so you may have seen reactions like these. That was stage 1 of my evergreen 5 stages of NLR. New logo response. Judgment. Keep these in mind whenever you see a big brand reveal a new logo. There's gonna be some big reactions. In this video, I'm gonna make the case as to why this logo is not bad and actually serves a larger purpose. Absolutely, when you compare this World Cup logo to World Cup logos of the past, it can seem underwhelming. 10 years ago, a less experienced Robert would absolutely go full Jay Sherman on this thing. But what if you don't judge it by comparing it to past versions of the logo? What if you judge it simply by does it do the job that it's tasked to do within the larger brand? The 2026 FIFA World Cup will be taking place in 3 countries, United States, Canada, and Mexico, and in 16 distinct cities. So what if, hear me out, they wanted to have a logo that was simple enough to where each locale could have its own unique spin on the brand to promote the games. And this is not in hindsight. I had that thought when I first saw the logo. I am also a nice guy that likes to give grace and reserve judgment. Having experience managing and building brand identities, I know that a logo is just one patch of the larger quilt that is branding. It needs to be useful. The simpler the logo, the more ways it can be used. Different patterns with the logo, different colors, different variations. With each new piece of content unveiled, my initial theory of the reasoning behind the logo is being proven correct. So while this logo is beautiful and incorporates each of the country's elements masterfully, the current logo works better for what the larger brand is trying to do, and the agency is trying to give each locale. The logo inside the larger system looks good, but there is one thing. Back to my 5 stages of NLR, patent pending. Stage 3 is my favorite stage, and that's the remakes. This is when designers from all around the world say, hey, that's terrible, I can do better, or some more nicely saying, here's what I would have done. I love seeing designers get the shot to design the things that they want to design. In a way, this is people putting money where their mouth is, because it's easy to say, that sucks, that's bad, but could you do better? And are you willing to show us that better publicly? Putting yourself in the shoes of the designer or designers allows you to try to take on some of the same challenges that they would face. So while a lot of the unsolicited corrections probably should have stayed in the drafts, there is one that I immediately really liked. And it solved the one issue I was having. So Matt here has a very, very good take on this logo, and it's a take that I agree with. So I'm not saying it's a good take just because I agree with it, but in this case, agreeing and being correct, one and the same. Conceptually and structurally, this is really, really good. It's the stylistic choice of using a raster image that people are struggling with. It's probably only a trophy illustration away from being really darn good. Instead of the photo of the trophy, he whipped up an illustration that he put in the center, which I think really works well. Also, a fun element in his illustration is that the globe is turned to show North America, which is where United States, Canada, and Mexico reside. He even made a sample of what an individual city version could look like. I think it's brilliant, and I salute you. We will never see people stop overreacting to new logos, new designs, just new things in general. It's the circle of life. But I would advise us to take a beat when it comes to reacting to a new logo, especially when it's different than what we expect. It can take some time for you to recalibrate your expectations and open yourself up to this new possibility. Let's ask ourselves, how could it be used and what part does it play in the overall brand strategy? But if the next World Cup does the same thing and just has like a 3 and a 0 behind this photo of a trophy, I'm gonna be upset, so don't do that. This World Cup logo is a very dynamic logo. And before you go, make sure you watch this video where I break down what is a dynamic logo. And speaking of dynamic logos, I actually made a video here that's pretty popular.